this is Henny Espinosa with Just Wish Foundation. Today, I'm so excited to chat with Dr. Anton Marie Lim, the co-founder and CEO or Chief Hope Paddler,
Fabulous.
Yellow Boat of Hope Foundation. Thank you so much, Anton, for joining us and talking to us about your very cool and very impactful foundation. And your focus, of course, is making sure that no Filipino child is left behind. So thank you for joining us on Just Wish Foundation, Anton.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Henny, for giving us this platform. We need all the help we can get because our mission, although we're creating a dent, but it's just a drop in the bucket. Because as you know, the Philippines has 7,100 plus islands, depending on if it's high tide or low tide. And that's how many places or communities that need boats so that kids go to school fast, safe, and dry.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about, let's bring us back to 2010. Am I correct? When you and a group of your friends, and you guys are from Zamboanga, right? Tell us what that light bulb moment of when you thought we should do more to help the community, to help these children who would otherwise have a very hard time of going to school every day. So tell us about the history of your foundation.
Yeah, the foundation started with a story. One of our friends, Juljimar Gonzalez, he went back home to Layag-Layag, and from afar, as he was approaching the shore, he saw several things floating in the water. So he thought they were garbage, and it was like, oh my, look at this, it's so dirty here. But as the boat was approaching the shore, he was astonished that they were not garbage, but they were actually kids swimming in water, one hand holding a plastic bag containing their school uniform and school supplies, and one hand was swimming. So that was the floating objects that he saw. So when that scene really disturbed him, and he was telling us he didn't know if he was going to laugh or he was going to cry. So the moment he saw one of my co-founder, Jay Haboneta, he relayed the story to him. So when Jay and I met, he immediately relayed the story. He said, Ton, you've been around Zamboanga. Have you heard about kids swimming to go to school? So I was like, wait a minute. At this point in time, I have not heard about kids, and I've been to almost all of the barangays in Zamboanga City. So I said, let me investigate this because this might be a scam. We don't know. Because at this point in time, I cannot fathom kids swimming to go to school. So when we found the community, we found out that it was true. The community was at the back of a mangrove.
Oh wow, okay.
They have no way to go to school without a boat. They have no way except by swimming. And they do this every day. And you have kids like 4, 5, 6 years old swimming every day just to get an education. So when we saw that, we're like, Jay, we have to do something. So Jay was very bothered when he reached Manila. That was the time when Facebook was just starting. He just posted on Facebook, updated his timeline and said, heard about kids swimming to go to school. That went viral, and one of the first donor was marketing guru Josiah Go, who reached out and said, Jay, what are we gonna do? Are we just going to stop with the post? Let's do something for these kids. So it's when donations started pouring in, and that post went viral, and that's how the Yellow Boat of Hope started. It's not unique to the Philippines. It's not unique to Zamboanga. Now we have over 300 adapted schools and community, and we have built over 5,000 boats already.
Wow.
And we have inspired and
this movement,
a movement, and we didn't stop in the Philippines. Now we have a chapter in Indonesia where kids go to school. Now they have just built and inaugurated their first boat, and they were bringing these kids now to school fast, safe, and sound.
Wow. So yellow, why yellow? What does it where did that idea come from? What does it symbolize?
Well, Yellow, as you see, is the color of hope, and it's bright, and it's the color of school bus also. When we first started, we thought of the boat being a school bus on water. That's the reason why we call it yellow boat, because this is like the school bus but floating on water. And when we asked the community what this boat means, they said this is not just a means of mobility for us. For us, this is a symbol of hope. This is like new, renewed hope for us that finally Allah finally heard their prayers, and now they're very hopeful that things will change.
Yeah. I was thinking about it, Ton. I was thinking this is not just hope for the kid, but this is really empowering and giving
The whole
hope to the
community.
whole family. And the whole family means empowering the whole communities. This is uplifting an entire community, one boat at a time.
Yes.
So tell
One
us
student-
about how you guys really started with building the boats. I mean, how do you figure out who needs help, and then how does it work? Like every day, is there a schedule? Is there one boat assigned to a community? Tell us how that works.
Yeah, okay. First, before we give them boats, we have to make sure that we have a local lead implementer. We have a volunteer on the ground. Because one thing unique about the Yellow Boat of Hope is that we operate mainly with volunteers. We have 5 people running the show. These are full-time people, but all the other people on the ground in 300 communities are volunteers. I mean, they pay for the opportunity to serve their own community, and they're from their own community. So most of the time, they are the ones who either message us on Facebook or emailed us, telling the story about kids having difficulty in going to school because they don't have a boat, or hiking to go to school because they don't have the school is not nearby. So from then, once we get the report, we send our volunteers to check, to verify if this is really the right intervention. Once we get yes, then we fundraise. Since we started, most of our donations are from individuals. Kind-hearted individuals who contributed $5, $10, $15, $20. Of course, we get corporations that are donating thousands, or even we have one that just 2 years ago gave us millions of pesos just to help our community recover from Typhoon Odette. But it's everyone pitching in. It's everyone pitching in because they saw how one boat can make a difference. We started in Layag-Layag, wherein the kids there were swimming to go to school, and they went from grade school to high school, and they have finished college now. The first
Wow.
ones, the community, not family, community to finish college, and now they're gainfully employed
Wow.
in government service, and they're in Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, and they are now helping other communities.
Wow. So, Ton, tell us, like, how does that work? Is there a volunteer then that who mans the boat? Who's the driver of the boat? And like,
Okay.
how do these kids go to school? And then is it kind of going to school and going back?
Yeah, to make it sustainable, we built the boat in the community, because we don't only want to give them a boat, but we want to help the community economically. So by injecting money into the community, that money will stay within the community. It will give an employment to the local boat maker. It will give sales to the local hardware. So, and they who know more about the type of boat they need done by a boat maker in the community. So once that boat is built, we turn it over either to a parent for the smaller boat, or to a parent-teachers association, or to a school who manages the boat. Now, for the boatman, they take turns in manning the boat. Mostly parents are fishermen, and their boatmen, they know. In some communities where they are more organized, they hire a boatman, and they, in between bringing and sending kids back home to their houses, they can use the boat for businesses, either to bring in water or to buy produce, deliver produce, go fishing, and with that money, they can use it to pay for the boatman, for the
Mm.
gas, for the maintenance. So that's
Okay.
how it was sustainable.
Sustainable. Yeah, that's the key there, sustainability, because it's not just handing over the boat. It's, really allowing the community to make full use of the boat. Yeah, and it really
And also
benefits the
have
community.
an ownership.
Yeah,
It's
ownership.
important they have an ownership because we don't want to be we don't want to destroy their dignity by giving them doleouts. Every
Yeah,
time you give charity, it diminishes one's
yeah,
self-esteem.
yeah.
What we do is enable them by giving them a boat, teaching them how to use it, and
Mm,
let them earn
mm.
through dignity of labor. And normally they respond. Once hope is lit in the community, they're
Yeah,
unstoppable.
yeah, yeah. So tell us about your other projects, Don. So we have these, the kind of the livelihood aspect. We have the bringing the kids to school aspect. What other projects have you had with your foundation that has expanded through the years?
Yeah, initially it was the main focus of the project is Yellow Boat. We give Yellow School Boat, but not all kids swim to school. Some actually hike 4 to 8 hours
Wow,
one way just to get to school. Some
wow.
of them they stay in school or they stay in the neighbors in a school in a house nearby, because going home and hiking for another 4 to 8 hours is just crazy and it's
Mm,
dangerous, especially when it rains. So what we did was to build dormitories inside
mm,
the school. So when we built the dormitories, the kids don't have to go home every day. They have a safe place to stay during school
mm,
days and go home during weekends. So they
mm.
only to travel one way every week.
Wow.
And they have the teacher will supervise them, so they're safe. We make sure that they have enough provision, and attendance rate dropout just went down because of it. So
Wow.
yeah, and after that, the intervention didn't stop there. We from 10% dropout, it went down to 4 to 3 to 2, and yet but there's still dropout rate. And we found out kids drop out of school simply because they don't have money to pay for the projects, money to
Mm,
buy or notebooks or even pencil.
yeah,
So that's we started a scholarship also for those who are really in need, that
yeah.
they can do from that fund to make sure that they stay in school. We have
Wow.
invested so much already in the dorm, in the boats, that the idea of them falling out just because of a ball pen or a pen it's
Yeah,
just crazy. That's why we find ways of helping them.
yeah.
During COVID time, there was no face-to-face instruction. That's the time we built the Yellow Boat of Hope e-hubs. The e-hubs is a room where there are laptops, in an internet, a printer where they can answer the modules or even print out the modules,
Wow.
because we can't afford to give laptop to each kid
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a gadget to each kid. So what we did was to convert one classroom into an e-hub where they can answer the modules. They can take turns answer the modules, print out whatever assignment, answer it, and go back home.
Yeah.
And after COVID, we realized that it worked very well in terms of educating them on the use of computers or researching on the internet, that we continued the program. Now it has become a community e-hub where they can research, they
Yeah.
can file an application for employment or means of
Yeah.
communication, and during calamities, a way for them to communicate with their loved ones, and
Wow.
it connects them to families outside the Philippines.
Yeah.
We try to narrow the digital divide between schools in far-flung areas and schools in urban areas. Eventually, our mission went from ensuring a kid go to school fast, safe, and dry to ensuring that the kid will finish college and no
Wow.
Filipino is left behind. So it's still education. Whatever it will take to let them finish college, we're there for them.
I'm so inspired by you, Ton, and by what you continue to do for the community. And for us at Just Wish Foundation, we want to do our part. We want to help you guys build more boats and really reach more communities in need, and believing in one kid, and allowing that kid to really finish school and thrive. Not just to finish school, but really thrive and imagine himself or herself in a position where they can help their own family someday. That's really something, and we want to do our part, and we hope more and more people hear about Yellow Boat of Hope Foundation, and will really do their part, because if you feel abundant in your life, it's only right to give
To
back.
share it.
Share
Yeah.
it. Share it
My
in your
dad-
own way.
yeah.
No matter how big or small. For that one kid, that is already big. In whatever
Yes.
capacity. That means
Yeah.
so much to that kid and to their family and to the communities. And we salute you, Anton.
Thank you.
You're a humanitarian that's really, you're respected in the community, internationally as well. You've gotten awards, and rightfully so, because your foundation is very impactful, and it shows. It shows not just in the yellow boats that's so striking, but really in the change in the lives of these children. So more power to you, Anton.
Yes, but behind us are thousands of volunteers who could have done it without them. Believe me, there are some communities that I have not visited, and yet Yellow Boat is making an impact there. So this is the work of thousands. This is his work.
Yes.
So we're
Amen.
just here as his steward, his messenger. And thank you very much for this opportunity. Your donation will go a long way, and it will really impact the life of not just of one kid, but of a community. So, and thank you for always being there for us.
Thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate you. Talk soon. And more power
Bye-bye.
to Yellow Boat of Hope.
Hope
Thank you.
fails.